want to make it into a game. I think I chose something like 40 questions. So yeah, every question is certain depth. Are you Filipino? No, I'm underworldly. Spicy wine. I could go for some spiced wine right now, to be honest. Yeah. Where are you from, the underworld? A shot for every 5 to 10. Hey, thanks, Mini Bunchy 2012. Thank you for the August buds you guys have been dropping. You guys, for every really good question. Hey, thanks, guys. Whoa, got a bunch of chads in here. Oh my goodness. Every time a question comes up that I don't want to answer. But why would I? See, now that's a great idea. The logic is almost perfect, except for that I chose the questions. Like I looked through them and I briefly thought to myself, yeah, I'd answer this on stream. So it doesn't quite work, unfortunately. I really did kind of have to skim through everyone's stuff. Play the flute? I don't feel like it. For every question involving Takamori, there just aren't a lot of those. It's not a lot of fun. Do them blindly. Well, I chose like 40, and it'll be random. So.
Ehi, sono Lara, la coordinatrice degli stunt di Motorflix. La tua casa di produzione preferita sta già lavorando a The Hunt, la serie action che darà un seguito a The Chase. The Masked, gli stessi ladri che hanno rubato alla Vault Corp, si sono dati al fuoristrada. Sarà il pilota principale della Vault Enforcers, la nuova squadra della sicurezza della Vault Corp, e dovrai dargli la caccia. Il compito del pilota principale è di eliminarli una volta per tutte.
Okay. Allora, aspetta, sono finito. Ah, ok, l'ho spostato qua.
You don't want to answer a question, you have to take a shot. Why is there a flute? Because I just want to hold it in my hand. Sometimes you don't want to play the instrument, but you hold it in your hand. Come on, man. Shot every 10, but that's only 4 shots. How about... Hold on, fashion that I don't remember and I don't know what's coming yet because I want to be blindsided before I get it. Okay? So, yeah. We'll do it that way. Sounds good to me. Okay, cool. Now we can do it. I don't think that's dead well. We're gonna discuss 3 lines. It's gotta be 4. It's 4 lines or more. Okay? 4 lines or more. That's how we're doing it. My world. Whoa, Solar, hell yeah. Thanks a lot. Oh, super chat to you. Ready, yes. Alright, folks. Let's go ahead and head on over. I randomized the question, so, I don't know what to do. Oh, here we are. Okay, let's see. Why is there one? Okay, we go why. We got mine. You know what, Debbie? For the sake of authenticity, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I'll get that vodka out. I'm no liar. Keep the wine, but the vodka needs to also be out. Just a moment. Aha, got it. Wow, that's really big. It's smart, but this is our ostacolo. Makes sense. First question. Alright, cool. So looks like no shot this time. Well, that makes me feel more confident. Let me read this question. If you had to fight another Homo team member in a fist fight, who would you want to fight? Okay. There are different answers depending on the circumstances. Fight, like straight up just like fisticuffs, like punching each other? When I read this question, only one name came to me, and that was Watson. I don't know why. I want to fight Watson in like a battle of fisticuffs. I don't know what it is about Watson. Like, it's not that I want to punch Watson. It's just I feel like it would be the best. Like it would be just the best fight ever. I don't know why. I don't want to punch Ina, of course. I want to pat Ina on the head and like send her there with like a cup of hot tea and then say goodnight. Close the door. A little nightlife for it, Kiara is the obvious. We fight way too much. I don't think I want to punch her, though. That just doesn't feel right. I feel like our battles, punching doesn't do it justice, We gotta use our true weapons to see how that looks at it. And then Gura, I feel like Gura and I could have a really good fight, like a battle of words. Like we're standing on like opposite sides of a basketball court and just like yelling like petty insults at each other, and then we like look like we're gonna run at each other and start some fisticuffs. It has never happened. So yeah, basically the short answer is I punch Watson in the face and I let Watson punch me. You're not the muscles. I don't doubt it. I just don't think that based on our friendship we have that kind of relationship where we
inizi quasi a sembrare interessanti. Quasi.
You got friends who punch you, let punch you, and then you have friends that you pat on the head. Thanks, your Ed. How many more you grab that? Hey, I'm down whenever. You're watching hit me up if you feel like it. You don't feel like it, that's just meet me out front of the family market. Yeah, with our fish. Anyway, that's what's the next answer to that one. Next question. Alright, here we go. Okay. What sound does your recorder make if you blow into the opposite angle? Well, let's find out together, dude. Let's find out together. Here we go. I've got the recorder. The answer is F word, there's no sound. I'm trying really hard. Maybe I have to hum. Maybe it's like a kazoo.
Ma che...
Yeah, there's no way to get out there. Well, it was worth a try. It was worth a try again. Oh well. We gave it our best. We gave it our best shot. We gave it our best. Now, on to the next question. What do you have planned for the 1 million subscriber milestone? Okay, so, I chose this one because there are some people that don't know what we're going to do. And the answer is, I haven't decided which yet, but at whatever time that I hit 980K or 985K, we're going to test the experience. I think that it'll be 980K. When there's only 20K stuff left to go, and I'm going to stream for as long as possible. And I've got a bunch of different things planned. That we're going to play Skyrim, which I just figured out we should play because Judah was playing it, and I thought, oh man, I want to play Skyrim, so we'll play Skyrim. And then we'll do some chatting streams, and then I'll do some karaoke, and then some ASMR, and then maybe I'll do like the Japanese only challenge, that kind of thing. Maybe play a new game, and then like, yeah, just some wine parties in between. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a full, like, 12 plus hours, or at least up until, I guess, up until we get to 1 million, and then we'll have one final really dope event to do once we hit 1 million. Maybe that'll be the karaoke. I don't know. And then as I promised, I'll do your ARA, whatever that thing is, I'll do it seriously. One. So, yeah, that's the plan. But, yeah. So look for it. How's life, Callie? Don't ask me that question, I don't know the answer. Next. What do you like to do to relax, to calm yourself down? Let me think. What? Sounds fun. You had me at ASMR and karaoke, yay! Also coming, check it out. Yeah, Kyle Bone. Thanks. As for what I do to relax, I mean, I feel like the answer that everyone wants me to say is drink red wine. Callie was drunk enough. But I would say, when I really want, it's sad that I have to think about that. What do I do to relax? Like, it's almost as if I don't know. Like I don't do it. You know? That's bad. There's something bad about it. You know? Well, something relaxing that I actually did today, is that recently, well, I've been doodling a bit. Not on my big, like, work computer, but I recently got just, like, a tablet, to draw on when I'm just, like, sitting on my bed and, like, doodling so that I can remember, how much I like drawing. Because I kind of stopped, just drawing for fun, and I realized, again, how much fun it is. So, I've been just drawing and not really posting my drawings or anything. Back in the day when I was drawing, I always felt like I couldn't finish a picture unless I was for sure going to post it. But these days I feel like I can just kind of draw for myself. I've been doing that recently, and that's been complicated. And then I just, like, turn on some video of, like, I don't know, jellyfish, like, floating across the sea, and then music playing. And then other times I go browse the internet, but that always just turns into me panicking, and getting, really anxious, over things. And then I think, okay, well, I'll go read YouTube comments, and then after, 1 minute I say, just kidding. I do check those out sometimes. And then I say, let's go to Twitter, and then I go to Twitter for, maybe, like, I would say 5 minutes or so, and depending on what I'm doing, it also ends with, oh, just kidding. And I like to read your comments, but I do need to stop it sometimes. I think you get it. There's some kind of back it up. No, I wanted to get bigger. It's super boring if I just, stay small the whole time. So I thought I'd give you multiple angles to look at. We get it. What else do I do? I talk to friends. Recently I've been trying to contact friends again. Because I got so into work that I kind of stopped talking to friends that I used to talk to way back in the day. The people that were there from the beginning. Thank you, Kiara Decay. Hey, Kiara's decay. If you say it a certain way, then it sounds like something that would actually be very pleasing to me. But I know that's not how you want me to use it, so I'll please you next time. It's very exciting, huh? Maybe I can finally fix my sleep schedule. Or maybe that is all in vain and I'm just kidding myself. Alright, let's go on to the next question. I really hope that this one has more than 4 lines. How do you start out? Wow, they have no dreams. I only take short ones. Maybe all the long ones are going to be at the end. Let's see. I know my joke was... How do you start conversations? I don't know why I chose this one, because upon further reflection, when I really sit and think about it, I think I've mentioned this before, but while I'm not necessarily shy, I don't really start conversations. So I guess I can tell you the way that people start them when they come up to me, and we start talking. Usually it starts off, with some kind of, like, nicety, like, oh, how's the weather, but way less lengthy than that. Like, for example, if we're at a live show, man, I just love this artist. Yeah, me too. But then you don't let the niceties continue on further than that, because then it just sounds like you're trying too hard. After that, you need to kind of just jump in with, hey, here's the reason that I started talking to you. You know? And if it's something like you relate to that person, like somewhere, because you're from a band and you like, or something that you know that's a friend of a friend, etc. Then you can just kind of like jump into it. If the person isn't ignoring in conversation and that makes you feel strange inside, just give up and move on. There's no shame in that, you know? Some people just don't want to talk to you, that's cool. Maybe someday you'll find someone who does. I think that you will. I certainly have. But at the same time, I just think that there's no use in trying to push conversations that aren't going to go anywhere. So that's some advice that I give you. If someone doesn't want to talk to you, then you can probably tell pretty easily. And if you can't, you will eventually. And as soon as you do, give up. Don't keep going for it. You and the other person are going to be a lot happier if you recognize there's nothing to talk about. Move along. Thanks, Callie. You're welcome. But let's go on to a situation where you do find someone that wants to have a conversation with you, and all is going well. Focus on things that you have in common, and don't become an interviewer. That's a big mistake that I made in the past. You know, they tell you if you want to make friends, you should always express interest in the other person. And like in things about them, and never always only talk about yourself. And that's the advice that you get a lot of times. But then you end up accidentally sounding like an interviewer of some kind, and all you do is ask questions about someone, you know? People in conversations don't only want to answer questions about themselves. You know, believe it or not, if they've gotten that far in conversation with you and haven't been short with you, then they probably want to know a little bit about you too. So feel free to talk a bit about yourself as well. Where's you live there? No one ever wants to tell me what they're up to. I'm really sorry to hear that, but maybe they just don't want to get in your way. Maybe they just don't want to impose themselves upon you, you know? I know you can't always assume that, but that's one way to kind of think about it if you're feeling down about it, because to be honest, that's how I get sometimes, Becky. Sometimes I just don't want to impose. I feel like I'd do a lot more collabs if I just stopped being so introverted waiting for people to come to me. I just don't want to get in the way, you know? I don't want to be all, you know, Maywalk kind of thing or whatever, you know? Getting in the way and stuff. But it's seldom actually like that. You know, I think a lot more people want to know what you're up to than you think. Even if it's just one or two, I bet it's not no one. And if you feel like it is, well, come hang out at my live stream and feel free to tell my chat. I'm sure someone will be like, hey, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Unless it's like TMI. In that case, like, you don't need to tell us everything that you're doing if it's something that we just, like, don't need to know. Listen. Oh, fuck. Don't you am I like sleepy? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Just a little bit. Did I put a pun in the description? I sure did. It's not a cover-up. I never spelled it wrong in the first place. I knew what I was doing since the beginning. I know how to spell the word marshmallow. We're gonna keep reading the questions, or else we'll be here all night. Deadbeat. Next up. What were you completely certain of until you found out you were wrong? I saw this one. Something immediately came to my mind. Ah! Wait, okay. I think I've mentioned this before. Yeah, so I used to think that, like, all idols were, like, trash. Like, I hated everything about idol culture. And don't get me wrong, there's still some things that, you know, piss me off a little bit, but whenever I looked at idols, I was like, ew, gross, trash, disgusting. Why would anybody be into that? Those girls are so full of themselves, etc. It's so silly. It's so dumb. Why did I think that? You know? And it wasn't when I became one that I realized that I was wrong. It was when I met, like, a really chill, nice idol who completely, like, went against all my expectations of what I thought idols were supposed to be like. You know? And then I was like, wow, okay. Maybe some idols aren't, like, super divas like they may appear to be. You know? Maybe some of them are cool and humble and chill and laid back. Milky Queen! Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, she was so easy to talk to, and yeah, I don't know, she, like, kind of changed my perspective. So now every time that, like, I see an idol doing their thing or whatever, my first thought isn't, you disgusting, why would anyone do that, why would anyone be into that, etc. It's like, well, maybe you don't really know that person, what they're going through, what they've had to go through to get there, and maybe they're decent, you know? So yeah. Who's Milky Queen and other VTubers? Became your greatest enemy. Listen. Shout out, yeah, she's really cool. Yeah, Milky, man. Yeah, it's really down to the person playing the role, you know? You don't really know what they're going through, and I don't know. Maybe inside I was jealous because I wanted to do something like that, but I didn't have the confidence to do it. You know? Thanks, our boy. I appreciate that. It's sad because I
Il regista dice che aspetta solo un tuo
I
cenno.
don't know if I have the confidence for that, you know? Honestly. As Jack and whatever, I really didn't think I could take so many eyes on me. But in the end, here I am in front of all of you. It worked out somehow, and I'm doing my best. And I like to think that there are other idols out there also trying their best, and I'd rather not judge them just for what they do, you know? I think I'd like to give them a chance.
Quando li colpisci, fai un bel sorriso in camera. Via col sonoro.
Che botto, ormai dovrebbe mancare poco.
Okay, I see good for no more of that.
Così, ottimo colpo.
It was going to be out of this, that's sweet. Can we call it character development?
Bel colpo, non ti fermare.
Coffee? Oh no, I would most certainly not. We got a blast on the stream tomorrow, guys. Alright, next question. Let's go. Pepped up and ready to go. What's the next one? Dingo Dial or Keanu? So if you don't know who Dingo
Ottimo
Dial
lavoro, ben fatto, gente.
Dingo Dial's character, the Crash Bandicoot series.
Ci
I
sei
love
quasi.
Dingo Dial.
Continua così.
Dingo Dial has, in my opinion, the best theme music in Crash Bandicoot 3 Wars. And I just think he's such a genius character.
Ecco la fine che meritano. Grazie
The
da parte della
crocodile is
Volcorp.
actually so funny. Anyway, the answer is different depending on the situation. It's like, who do I, listen, you know, who would I, you know, take on a vacation somewhere fun?
Semplicemente perfetto, un vero
And
talento.
like go to a tasty restaurant and perhaps buy like a cool hotel room for us to have like an apocalyptic pillow fight. It would surely end in this. and drink some alcohol while they drink orange soda and just talk about whatever. Probably Kiara. Who would I, go out and I guess have like a steak and barbecue out on the of, it's like a shred swamp or something. Pop a cigar with like the homies. Probably Dingo Dial. It just depends. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. They're all friends. We're all friends. Listen, orange soda, yeah, Kiara loves orange soda. Yep. Every time we hang, it's always the orange soda.
Quando li colpisci, fai un bel sorriso.
What do you mean it's sweetheart? This is all friendship here. It's friendship talk, silly. Friendship talk. Hey.
Complimenti.
Big old sis.
Ce l'hai fatta,
No,
non
listen, just
avevo
a little
dubbi
bit.
davvero.
Ugh. I love orange soda because it's orange.
Ottimo lavoro, ben fatto, agente.
What is it? It's all about those friends. Listen, it's all about those friends. Haha. Oi, y'all big old stress. Alright, on to the next question. Jesse, let's go. Yeah. Would you consider yourself a horse? These are really short questions. Now, I think some Jesse in the chat can probably start to answer these. Depends on what you mean by morning person. Alright, listen.
Ci sei quasi.
Am I awake in the
Continua
morning?
così.
Am I functional in the morning? Am I a morning person? Like up and at 'em, like happy with like the fun discussion, etc.? Definitely not. F-word no. F-word no. No way. Not until I've had some gross
Attenzione, problemi in arrivo.
because we just a spurt attack this morning, not exactly. Morning voice Callie does sound like Jessica. Morning voice Callie sounds a little similar to radio voice Callie. To be honest. I feel like prime time for me, when I have my maximum energy, probably at about noon, which is a really good time to sleep, to be honest. Because I can feel it. I can feel the energy coursing through me. And you're really excited, animated. Really early in the morning.
Dovrebbe mancare poco.
Right? The brain does not focus. Does not focus. Cannot keep a straight line of thought. Also, I don't know about
Ecco la fine che
why,
meritano.
but probably on the
Grazie da
bad
parte della
side.
Volcorp.
I hate to admit. Yeah. And you know what's sad, Becky? Is it really doesn't matter what time I went to sleep the night previous. It really doesn't matter. It's the same every time. I can get 5 hours of sleep. I can get 10 hours of sleep. And the result, Debbie, it'd be the same. It'd be the same. I'm telling you. So you're human, eh? I have a human body. I have a human body, Debbie. Safe here, relatable. Okay. So I'm not the only one. Some Debbies can indeed relate. Alright, I guess that's good enough. On to the next question. Woo! Gah! On to the next question. I'm super excited because I picked some fun ones. Hi, I don't know what to say, but I like your streams, okay? And ... bye. Thank you. I just wanted to let you guys know that questions like this matter to me too. Questions like this matter to me too, and I appreciate it. It's not really a question, but it's something that someone sent to me. So there you go. This also matters. It's not even a question. Hey! Actually, I received a lot of things that weren't questions, as you'll see. You'll see some special ones, some hidden gems, that aren't questions, but you see, I just wanted to say, I don't know, I was compelled.
Tutte le scene sono già decise. Dici tu cosa vuoi
yeah,
fare.
this one goes out to all of you that sent messages like this, and some people sent some really heartfelt stuff. you know, that didn't have a single question, but was just a really nice message. Some were the opposite. And, you know, I just feel like there's something special about that. I don't know. Yes, but I just want a big up to you and anyone who sent messages like this. I really appreciate it.
Ok,
This
facci
person says,
esplodere
why
la
did you
testa,
move
intesi?
to Japan? And what do you want to
Motore.
live and do you want to live there for the rest of your life? First of all, I don't live underworld.
Complimenti.
You gotta get that straight, Jimmy. You gotta get that straight. I live below ground, okay? Even the crust of the earth, alright?
Semplicemente perfetto.
But as to why I moved to this area, I mean, well, I guess you could say, you know, when you have to live under the crust of
Ce
the
l'hai
earth,
fatta. Non avevo
it's
dubbi,
nice
davvero.
to be able to jam to whatever nice music is playing above you, above your head. You know, I mean, you got neighbors living up there. Whatever they're playing, whatever they're jamming to, better be to your life. And so for me, I'd say it was, you know, Japanese music. I was feeling inspired by it in my life. You know, that's why a lot of the people that I work with are, you know, of like Japanese rap music instead of Japanese hip hop. Not even just Japanese hip hop, J-pop, happy songs, etc. Religious scene. Yeah, so I'd say that's the other thing. That's really the logic why I left home. You know, it's like my own thing. You know, super intense. And if I can train under death someday, I'll go anywhere. So, it's just my independent nature, I guess. I want to be somewhere far away from them. Right? I guess you could call it that. I certainly didn't move to underneath Japan for anime. It's cool and whatever, but I kind of got out of the intense interest, like, I don't know, maybe something like 5 millennia ago. Yeah, definitely for the music. Alright, Marshmallow, what's the next banger question? Hey, Reaper, how did you learn about rapping? Did it take a long time to learn to rap? How did I learn about it, or how did I learn to do it? I mean,
Ok, facci esplodere la
I
testa,
listen to a lot of
intesi?
artists that I like a lot, and then I just kind of,
Motore.
I did it, you know. And some advice
Ecco
that I
la fine che meritano.
in
Grazie da parte della
general,
Volcorp.
I would say, is that, if you're really into, like, a certain type of music, if you want to try something like rapping or singing, if you get into an artist, that has a different vocal range than you, and also speaks a different language than you, and you try and copy their style, you may find that you'll come up with something original. I don't know. It's just a little rule of thumb that I personally found for myself. Because a lot of the artists that I listen to have way lower vocal range than me, and way more intense sound, and also Japanese. So when I tried to kind of imitate that sound and that flow,
Complimenti.
it's the same, but it came out sounding different and original, you know? So yeah, then it can help you become original. I would agree.
Continua
Because
così.
at some point, it's going to stop being a mimicry. And then you're going to start adding in things that you like more. You may notice something about an artist you admire and say, all this stuff they do is great, but I feel like this one part could be changed. It's better in my
Un colpo devastante. Non
and
ti
then you
fermare.
tweak it, and then it doesn't sound like that person anymore. And then you start coming up with all your own original stuff. But yeah, I didn't do anything like go to a rap school or go on
Così,
go on
ottimo colpo.
type in how to rap like a pro in the search bar. I didn't take any expensive classes. I didn't go to I just listened and I tried and I learned and I didn't give up. Even in the beginning when I knew I was bad, I just like kept doing it, you know? I mean, you can say try, never give up all the time. If you don't actually try to strive for improvement, like analyze what it is you don't like about your work, you're gonna have a hard time. It's just gonna be like pushing on a pull door, you know?
Ecco la fine che meritano. Grazie da
My
parte della
long way to
Volcorp.
that's what I want. Yay! Alright, next banger of a question. This one's gonna be good. Has any, well, 4 lines, so I don't know if I said more than 4 lines, but you know what, Jen, me personally, well, one thing I really wanted to get back to is music. Because I kind of stopped doing that so I could focus on the streaming. I mean, it's a streaming job and whatnot. I know that music is like the thing that I'm really trying to make. But it felt weird to mostly do that and not stream a lot, you know? And I got feeling like, why can't I do both? Now that I have more time, I can focus on that, but I'd also like to focus on producing as well. Have the dead join me
La Clio
or
è
whatever.
pronta e aspetta solo
And I
te.
feel like
Facci sapere quando vuoi
there was
iniziare.
people with very helpful tips. I'm so kind of nervous about that. So I feel like I might want to start out with like the members-only creative streams, doing actual music production, and maybe learn a bit from there, and maybe some dead people may want to help me, etc. and that kind of thing. And then once I feel more confident, maybe I can do them all the time publicly. I'm always still down to make some tracks
Motore, forza!
with just things in my house.
Ce l'hai fatta,
One
non
last
avevo
time,
dubbi,
because
davvero.
what we were using, we had Adobe Audition, and it wasn't great. Now I feel like I should be able to get Cubase working with Streamlabs, but I need a little more troubleshooting. Maybe I can ask the previous senpai to help me with ASMR mine, to help me with Cubase stuff. I don't know.
Ecco la fine che meritano.
I
Grazie
wanted
da
to
parte
do
della
like,
Vault Corp.
love more music when you can. Yeah. Look forward to it. And I want to show mixing too, but I have a really incredible mixer that's now on board with all my projects. So I feel like it's going to be hard for me to not just shove it all over the net.
Attenzione, problemi in
If I
vista.
want to actually learn, I should try. So maybe I'll actually try. Yeah. There's no worse than doing. Anyway, that was my scatterbrained response. What's the next banger question? It's going to be good. Outside of rap and hip-hop artists, what are
Semplicemente
your
perfetto,
favorite artists
davvero
and bands
talento.
from other genres? Gorillaz for sure.
Ottimo lavoro, ben fatto, agente.
But Gorillaz does like some hip hop as well and rap. But they're just kind of their own genre, really. And then as you all know, a bit of a clog to MCR fan. To MCR. Punk rock? I'd say that I vibe pretty well with any punk rock. Just electronic music in general, I enjoy. Yeah. The OG. I have a lot of respect for them. They're really cool. The Closet MCR. Hey, listen! Listen. Outside of those, listen, you guys gotta realize, the streams where that really becomes apparent, my affinity for the M, the C, the R, it's only apparent in the unarchived karaoke streams. Those things, they're kind of lost to time. So, hey, thank you very much, Glock, I appreciate that. Heck yeah.
Ancora più veloce e spettacolare,
I mean,
ok?
except for other places where you might be
Motore,
able to find,
forza!
things.
Un colpo
I also like
divertente,
electric.
non ti fermare.
I think electric is fun. Dead Mom 5? I don't know.
Che
Oh,
botto, ormai dovrebbe mancare poco.
I love electric. The Gentleman, oh, of course, can't forget the Gentleman.
Ci sei
Caravan
quasi,
Palace is amazing.
continua così.
Yep. That's just super fun. Super fun.
Ce l'hai fatta, non avevo dubbi, davvero.
It's not demo fun.
Occhi
I'd love
aperti,
to hear
c'è
me
un
do an
ostacolo.
Electro Swing rap song. That would be super fun. I'll see if I can do one in the future. Come on, don't, Uncle Paul, don't do it, baby. Listen, forget it. We gotta go on to the next day. I got a good feeling about this one. Do you like your voice? Oh, fine. You know. I remember there was a time when, you know, I was still swinging my sides around and trying to be Jack, and when I was training under his Jack and really put my back into it. But at that time,
Ecco la fine che
I thought to
meritano.
myself, why don't I
Grazie da
try a
parte della
voice
Vault
acting?
Corp.
At that time, you know, back many millennia ago, the underworld voice acting scene, it was just kind of weird. the only place we could find projects to work on were like super Jack Alley forum. It was run by like Stan, or like Stan and stuff.
Ce l'hai fatta!
I would
Non avevo dubbi,
so
davvero.
many of them. Even though I only had like a laptop mic, so I went out and I bought like a nice one. It wasn't anything over maybe $50.
Semplicemente perfetto, un vero talento.
And I recall the feedback that I got a lot of times in a little community that I joined. It's really cool, it's strange. That's the only way that I can describe it is really you know? The feedback that I got from them was, sorry, Callie, your voice isn't very remarkable.
Così, ottimo
He's a
colpo.
tryhard. Very stuck it up, Danny. Yeah, that was the main feedback I got. He's not very special, and he's just a tryhard. Which is fine. I mean,
Ben fatto, agente.
I still get comments like that, you know? People saying, oh, I'm addicted to Callie's voice, and then somebody really felt the need to reply, like they had to let you know, the Steve fans that wanted to comment that. They just had to let him know, what are you talking about? She sounds like any white girl from California. Now, I don't know where they get that from, because I am a supernatural being who spends any time to do.
Ormai dovrebbe mancare
But, I
poco.
mean, if you really think about it, and I really try and draw the comparison to the I can see it, yeah, but at the same time, listen, there's a time and place and I read the atmosphere, you know? My voice makes your heart beat. Well, I guess it's different for everyone. It's necessary. California! Someone got bullied for having their voice beat. Well, that's sad to hear. But I'm not gonna change anything. I'm just gonna be myself, you know? At the end of the day, you read comments like that, and
La Clio è
I have
pronta e
this
aspetta
goldfish
solo te.
attention span
Facci
that I
sapere
forget
quando
in
vuoi
5
iniziare.
seconds, so it's fine. Hey, if this goldfish attention span is good for anything, it's good for that, right? I couldn't change it if I tried. You got that rapper vibe. Well, hey, that sounds positive. To be honest though, since I didn't sound like everyone else, my voice really was truly unremarkable, and every single one of you deadbeats said you sound like any other person. I think I'd be fine with that. I don't
Quando
really
li
see it as a
colpisci,
negative.
fai un bel sorriso
At
in
first,
camera.
it could be if
Via
you
col
wanted
sonoro.
to really make yourself distinct from other rappers or that kind of thing,
Un
but
altro successo,
I don't know.
complimenti.
I don't really feel the need to try. If you don't like it, it's cool. Yeah.
Semplicemente perfetto, un vero talento.
Hey, come on. Glad you
Ci
have
sei
that.
quasi. Continua così.
It is a good thing. Unique voice could a bad thing depends on the
Ecco la
person.
fine che meritano. Grazie da parte della Vault Corp.
But yeah, that's my answer. Woo! Yeah, baby. Do I like my voice? The answer is I don't have an opinion on it. Which is, I don't know. That's
Bel
a wrong
colpo,
answer.
non ti
Because
fermare.
I'm a rapper, so shouldn't I have some kind of opinion? I think it's fine. It does the job for me. You know, when I think of a question like, do you like your voice? It's not necessarily like, do you like your rap, do you like music? Because even then, my voice changed a bit, right? It did the job. It gets more intense. You know, you add a thing like flow and lyrics. Those are all things that make up rap in general, not just the voice, you know, the part. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. I don't dislike it. There you go. That's a good enough answer. Next question. Woo! Here we go. Why do you call yourself your boy instead of maybe your girl? The answer to this is I don't have an answer. Either one's fine, the girl's fine too. Instinctively I say your boy. Doesn't make a difference to me. It's just whatever I feel like, whatever the mood is,
Una
man.
sequenza
Boy,
strepitosa.
girl, fine with either. Doesn't matter, I don't really put a lot of thought into it.
La mettiamo
A
di
lot of people
sicuro
ask
nel
me this question, so
montaggio.
finally answer. Because it doesn't matter to me. Because Callie's dad. If you say so, Debbie, here you go, Debbie, answer this one. Because it's correct. Sure, if you think so. I don't know. It's instinctive. How about that? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. Here we go. Time to judge. Woo, baby. Here we go. Took a fat old sip and let's read this question. You've already read it in your minds, though. Wow, kill me. Haha. Hi, Callie. also a fan of NPR.
Quando
He
li
plans on
colpisci,
directing
fai un
Gerard
bel
Way
sorriso
to
in
the
camera.
Rabbit Hole.
Via col sonoro.
I think he's kind of fond of Japan, so there's a chance he may agree.
Ce l'hai fatta, non avevo dubbi, davvero.
I remember just here's the thing. The answer is you can't forcibly drag anyone into the rabbit hole. They have to find it themselves. You know, I mean, now some of you may disagree. Some of you may have been able to pull your friends in, but it's not because you sent them the same thing over and over and over again. Because you sent them one video, and they kept clicking. Or maybe you sent them two, or maybe three, but they kept clicking. Because you gotta find it. Do not drag Gerard Way. Do not do it. I will be incredibly angry. And not in a good way where, ooh, Callie's angry at me. Oh, Jeff, like, Daddy, get angry. No. Don't, please. Don't bother me. But yeah, the whole fine, I don't know. Gerard Way, if you're watching this video, I hope you're enjoying your descent into madness. You most certainly are not. I'm a big fan of this music. From back in the day. I listened to it all during labor school. Anyway. We won't, because that'd be pretty rude. I know my dead teacher, my dead teacher, is that a cool kid? Does it? Chill.
Così, ottimo colpo.
So I'm having some work like that.
Che botto, ormai dovrebbe mancare poco.
Where does that come from?
Ci sei quasi, continua così.
Ah, big stretch! I hope we get another long one because I need to cross the threshold. The threshold of alcohol. See, there's a threshold. When you drink a certain amount of shots, you get sleepy. You just want to take a nap. You don't fall asleep. Etc. But then once you take a certain amount, tiredness goes away and it's party time. Maybe the dog was falling to the rabbit hole. I don't know. I mean, you know what? It's kind of
Bel
some a little
colpo,
bit.
non ti fermare.
COW can find yourself. And if that's the case, hello, Steve Jobs.
Ecco la fine che
Let's go on to the next question. I got a good feeling. Oh yeah, baby, drinking time. Oh yeah. The sweet taste of nail polish remover.
Quanto successo, complimenti.
Give me them. Hi, Callie. It's been about 4
Ormai
months.
dovrebbe mancare poco.
Getting close to 1 million subs real quick. Would you mind to share about what your biggest challenge is in becoming a YouTuber? Is there anything you're still trying to deal with as a HoloLive member?
Ce l'hai fatta, non avevo dubbi, davvero.
Oh man, I really didn't think about this one. I really thought to myself, you know what, Callie, you'll answer this on the spot. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things.
Ci sei quasi, continua così.
Maybe I was going to say getting over things like constant barrage being not very nice, but I kind of got over that in like the first month. Honestly. I mean, we all really had to kind of grow through the skin.
Quando li colpisci,
I
fai un
wouldn't
bel
speak on
sorriso
behalf
in
of the others,
camera.
but
Via col
we had our
sonoro.
trying times, I guess is what I'll say. And we stuck together through it. I feel like that was a big challenge. I guess now the next challenge to overcome is accepting that everything's treated. Yes. That's now. It's weird because, like, I feel like there's going to be a point where I accept everything. Yeah? That everything is the way it is, and it's all real, and it's not a dream.
Quando li colpisci, fai un bel sorriso in camera. Via col sonoro.
Because I say I'm secretly happy, but I feel like I'm not exactly where I want to be. It's sad because I look at all the different goals that I set. Almost every single one is true, really. Every single want. And my said that. Feeling like I'm not quite where
Bel colpo, non ti fermare.
so it's not easy that day, you know? I want to be peaceful, well. I guess,
Otto, ormai dovrebbe mancare poco.
but I don't know. I feel like there's something more. Yeah, just this day. That's fine. If it weren't for you guys, I would. What am I gonna do? Talk to nobody? Play games and have fun with nobody? That's kind of low.
Semplicemente perfetto, un vero talento.
That's a fun time. The game is nothing without the audience. And maybe that sounds like, you know, cheesy force, the F words, and I'm just blurting out to you guys if I have to or whatever, but it's the truth. I'm sitting here imagining streaming with no one watching, like, not as a small streamer. I mean, like, sitting there streaming for hours and not even a single person dropping by at all, which is, I guess, a reality. Now that I'm thinking about it, but at least one person is gonna drop in out of curiosity. Listen. And even if there is no one watching, I guess it's just the principle of it. It's just the principle. You're just playing games alone to play games alone. You can do it by yourself. Why even turn on the screen? You're expecting some kind of audience, right? You're expecting someone to on the wall. You can say all you want on security because I like it. On security because it's fun.
Ottimo lavoro, ben fatto, agente.
Okay, what about it you enjoy? The thought of someone watching and you also having fun? Well, that's why you turned on the screen. If you weren't anticipating anyone dropping by with you below, enjoying them to chat with you, enjoy what you're doing, you wouldn't be streaming. You'd be playing by yourself. I played by myself for many years. That was a lot of fun. But I find it a lot of fun to chat with you, you know? But to chat every once in a while, so you got a friend next to you playing a game. It reminds me of how things used to be back in the day.
Così, ottimo colpo.
I had some friends that I used to like to play Smash with you, yeah.
Ce l'hai fatta, non avevo dubbi, davvero.
In some way, I guess, takes me back. I don't want to get sassy, but the next time. Anyway.
Così,
On
ottimo
to the next
colpo.
banger question. I got another great feeling about this one. Ooh. Thanks, Kuransu. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm revving up for this one. Here we go. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Next one. Drum roll, please. Sorry, my English is not good. How do you say losing important things? Again, with the really heartfelt questions. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Any of you come to my Minecraft game? We lost a lot of them. Not quite, not very important. Important to get time. This isn't a time issue, what I have to say. So, I lost all of Minecraft history, right? This morning, during this
Che
morning.
stile
And they were
incredibile.
really important to me, and I felt really upset about it, right?
Roba da superstar. Sarà la puntata
But
migliore, la
some of you
adoreranno.
may have noticed, I shrugged it off, and was like, alright, well, I guess we'll just start anew. You know? Didn't really bat much of an eye. I was upset for a minute, but then immediately was like, alright, well, let's get some new stuff. The reason for that is that those things that I lost were important to me at the time. You know? But I still had the hope of, well, we can make new things, etc. If it's something that's important to you at the time, I think it's best to focus and put your eyes on moving along and making new, great, wonderful things and continuing on your
Sai
adventure.
già come funziona su un
You know?
set. Facci un fischio e iniziamo.
However, this doesn't apply to things that are important to you for a long time, for longer than just a moment, for longer than just that time. You know? It's interesting because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I actually went and I ordered, pretty expensive, I ordered a bunch of games that I used to play back when I was a little leaguer.
Ok,
know,
Facci esplodere la testa, intesi?
Pokemon games. And I just remember loving some of my friends. And I popped them in and I started playing them because recently I realized that, you know, all of the existence until this point for me, has been
Ci sei quasi.
and lost.
Continua così.
I can't help but feel like I lost it, so I went back.
Bel colpo.
And
Non ti
I thought, well, let
fermare.
me do something like play games that I used to like and try to enjoy things that I used to enjoy. And playing those games,
Ottimo lavoro, ben fatto, agente.
You know, it's not a bad thing. It's just, that kind of proves to me that they were important to me at the time.
Ce l'hai
And I
fatta.
kind of
Non
over,
avevo dubbi, davvero.
you know. Good joke. It's not a bad thing, and I still treasure the memories of the happiness that those things brought me at the
Ecco,
time.
questo è
They're out of my
guidare.
life, and
Abbiamo quello che ci serve.
but to make new, you find new things to do. You know? And maybe it seems kind of like sad and melancholic at first. But once you accept it and you learn to be happy with it, then it's really not such a sad thing. You know? When it comes to losing things that you've had for a long time that have had significant importance to you from the beginning to the end, like a person, for example, or maybe something that you really love doing, a long time hobby, a long time passion that you've lost, that's a little more difficult, to be honest. But I don't think I can give you good advice for that kind of stuff, because I actually don't really know how to deal with that.
Ok, facci esplodere la testa,
Here I am,
intesi?
you know, the queen of taking lives,
Motore,
taking things away from people. But things still get taken from me,
Ecco
things
la
that I
fine che
can't.
meritano. Grazie da parte della Vault
I don't
Corp.
really know how to deal with that properly. I don't think a lot of people do. And I think that's because the act is different for everyone. Sorry,
Un
I just
altro
asked you.
successo.
I have to
Complimenti.
find out myself. It's alright, Debbie. Cheer up. Let's take another
Semplicemente
swing.
perfetto, un vero talento.
I just feel like a sip. I'm gonna have to take a sip. I'm gonna get it for 5 seconds.
Ormai dovrebbe
You know what's
mancare
gonna happen?
poco.
It's gonna be 5+ lines long. Anyway, bottoms up. Thanks, Dad. You're welcome, son. I'm trying to do it.
Bel
No,
colpo.
I don't think
Non
you're
ti
supposed to
fermare.
dad. Wow, tasty waters. Thank you for God. Let's move on to the next one. Woo! Next banger question. Drum roll, please. That's really not a drum roll, because that has some form of melody. So here we go. What's the next question? Bang! What abilities would you consider? Yeah, it's about 4 lines. I do it to myself.
Ottimo lavoro, ben fatto, agente.
Ah! What abilities does the streamer need so they really yearn for it? Hoping to give you some advice and appreciate it and love to worry with three hearts and those three hearts to the lovely. So, here's the deal. I feel like I can only give you my ability. Because some of you may have noticed, some of us are real experienced streamers. And some of us, me, mostly me, are really not. Mostly me. Yes, I've been busy taking hits. Busy slicing people's heads off, taking their souls to the underworld, carrying them across the river Styx. Streaming wasn't exactly my point. Alright? We all know this. We knew this from the beginning. We knew that I had to leave this experience, okay? So, listen. I've learned a couple things. I've learned some things. Okay? I've learned some things. Number one, don't dwell on bad things that happen. Whether it's in the game, whether it be in whatever you're trying to accomplish during the stream, whether it be while looking at chat.
Colpo devastante, non ti fermare.
Let it make you angry for a half a second and then you move on. because, believe it or not, here's the thing. You're a person. You're a real person. I'm not a real person. You're a real person. I'm a real Reaper, and I still do feel emotions. But here's the thing. You're allowed to feel upset, and that's fine. But the second that you let it take over, you know, it's gonna alienate people, and you may end up accidentally hurting the people that came before you and care for you. So just be careful about that kind of thing. It's okay to get angry and emotional sometimes. This is something that I've slipped up with sometimes too. But I never let it carry on for more than 5 seconds. Okay? Real too. She's real too. We gotta sing it at the next unarchived karaoke stream. Yeah, so don't, again, you have emotions, and it's fine to feel them, but it's a part of being an entertainer is that you can't let it get too much to you, okay? There have been some times where I've been flaming inside, but I'll just put out one little sharp comment, and we'll just continue onward, and I've forgotten about it already. So, I feel like that's a skill to be developed, you know? It doesn't happen overnight. It's something that you just gotta be ready for. That's some big advice that I have. And what else? Yeah, I mean, if you wanna stop the stream, go on standby and cry a little bit, that's cool too. Happens to the best of us. But at the end of the day, if you want to be an entertainer, that's something that you gotta learn how to do. Another thing, taking criticism. Not all criticism is hate. Deadbeats, this is something that I did not realize in the beginning. Not all criticism is hate. I realized it when I was in Reaper school for trying to get into art, etc. Because believe it or not, your boy wanted to be not only a Reaper, but also an artist. And that was something that I realized from that time, but didn't really get it when I started the streaming thing. And I had to learn it really quick. Sometimes people genuinely have valid things to say to you. So it's up to you, really, to decide what's just, stupid hate sent to you by somebody who has too much time on their hands, and what is actually valid criticism to help you become better at what you're doing. Yeah. And then my final bit of streamer advice is when you're reading super chats, read the full name in your head before you say it out loud. This is something the other girls knew how to do that I did not, and it got me in some trouble in the beginning. Same with messages. Just be careful out there. With that being said, go forth, streamer deadbeats, and do your best. Do your best. Alright? It's a painful experience. Some of you remember. Let's not go back there. What if the super chat is blank? Then you read that blankness and you read that silence in your head. I don't care. You do it every time because then it will become a habit. It will become a habit. In that sense, your brain kind of needs to jump a little further than your mouth, and that is a skill on its own, deadbeats, and I still haven't mastered it myself. That's why sometimes you may hear me say names real strangely. It's because I'm still getting used to it. So yeah. Anyway, what's the next question? I bet it's wonderful. Hang on. Here we go. How many lives have you taken this week? I wanted to put this one in here because I think a lot of you know the answer, and I will reiterate it again. I am not on active duty, deadbeats. I am not killing anyone right now, okay? I'm on hiatus. The only thing that I'm killing are these beats, these flames, these rhymes. That's it. That's all there is. The way that I get my 7-0 here. Good deadbeat. There's my good deadbeat. You guys know the answer. The big fat O. That's right. A lot from ASMR. Well, that brings me on to the next point. As for souls taken, I don't know, probably a lot, because, souls are a different situation. Every time that you come to my stream, and it doesn't have to be for donating money, for chatting, etc., even by becoming a member, to subscribe is nice, but every time that you come visit me and hang out with me and the deadbeats, a piece of your soul comes to me, because you're giving me some of your time. I know that maybe it might be hard for a human brain to understand, and it's cool. but because there's a piece of your time, a piece out of your day, that you are allowing your soul into my world, I get that piece. It comes down to me in the underworld. And that's how I'm doing my job. And I like it a lot more than killing, to be honest, because killing was getting real boring after all of eternity doing the same stuff over and over again. Geez, I tell you what. It's a lot better. A lot better for my heart, too, if I have one. I probably do. Yeah. Like a succubus. No. Completely different. I'm no succubus. Not a succubus. Not me. Those dudes are kind of terrifying, to be honest. I don't really have fun with them. They scary. You get on their bad side. But I have no soul. Not from what I see. I can see all your souls from here. Believe it or not, it's the truth. You may think it's a joke, or some kind of act. It's not. What's the next question? I'm excited. No, we're not sleepy. We're not sleepy. Wake up. Wake up time. I'm sure that I'll wake up with this next lovely question. Hi there, if you had a truck, what would you put inside it? Did I think I was going to come up with an answer for this on the spot? Red wine? Maybe that's the most obvious answer, but I feel like there's something gotta be something. Put me in, no thanks. Maybe my dead so we can all go on tour together. I roll up with something around 960,000 groupies in my truck. And we do a show. Truck cool? Yeah, Ghost Riders hot on our tail. Just now! Perfect. Groupies. No, that's not what I actually want though, it's just what I feel would realistically happen. And red wine, and maybe I make it into a house. Yeah, so I can tour all over the place, but it's still a super dope house. I would really like to live in a truck. This is not bumpy. I'm gonna sleep properly, or else it's bad anymore. How would I scream? How would I scream? I'm gonna realize that there's not a lot that I want back. You know what? This is not sponsored, but maybe I don't know if any of you have tried that before, but I tried it once in my existence. I think I've spoken about this in a previous stream. One time in my existence I tried that chicken. I'll never forget it. It's an American. Someone in here knows canned. Yeah! We got some deadbeats in here that know about canned chicken! If you visit America, go to a Chili's. I don't really know where they're located. I don't think they're America-wide. Tasty stuff. It's the best fried chicken I had in my life. I just remember it. I think about it sometimes in my dreams. Right when I wake up from sleep, and I think to myself, I don't want to eat breakfast. I want to eat canned fried chicken. I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm getting really sick. Anyway, on to the next question. Alright, I got a good feeling. Big money, big bucks, no win. Here we go. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Wow, it's fire in my throat. Give me a one. Double up, Deborah. I was asking that. What kind of audio recording equipment do you currently use for streaming and or for home studios? In parentheses, audio interfaces, microphones, mixers, etc. And what would be the first piece of audio recording equipment you would upgrade? Okay, so it's gonna take me a minute. But initially, I was using a really simple in-out IO interface. Called the Behringer Euphoria, and I was using that with a Shure mic. It wasn't the SM7B. It was the KSM. Not the country, I forget. I was using that for everything. I was using all that stuff. And I told Mr. Cage about what equipment I was using, and he laughed. He said, "Oh yes, a cheap IO interface." And I said, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I know." So he recommended me something else, and I got the RME Babyface Pro, RME Babyface Pro SS. And this one, it's a powerful boy. It's a big boy. Well, actually, no, it's a small boy, but it packs a big punch. And it's got a lot of power. It doesn't have a lot of input output, though. So I really have to switch out. For example, I can't just plug in my mic all the time. I have to switch it out with my current streaming mic and do a lot of resetup, but it's quite powerful. And so I decided to switch from that one when I got Go XLR. The problem with the Go XLR is that every time that I use it, it has a terrible buzzing noise. I don't know if I just got a defective product. And some deadbeats don't even notice it, but I notice it, and some, audio deadbeats in my chat also noticed it. So I switched back to the RME Babyface Pro, and I'm currently using the Shure SM7 for live streaming, right? But for recording music, I use the Manley mic, which I love to death. It's just beautiful. A beautiful, wonderful, bright sounding voice, and if you really know how to mix well, it sounds good. And my new mixer actually uses the same mic as me. So that means that you're gonna get some really good sounding, crisp sounding tracks. The guy that says with many M's. If you don't want to do audio stuff, you don't need to understand, don't even worry about it. Manley is top tier. It's really crisp. I love it. It's a bright sounding boy, a powerful boy. So powerful, in fact, that the Manley actually comes with its own big old power block. You don't use Phantom power. Phantom power with it. I didn't realize this until my mixer said to me, "Are you making sure you're not using the Phantom power with the Manley mic? You really only use the power box that's made specifically for the Manley. You're gonna break it, Coing." Yeah. So I didn't break it. With the Manley's fine. Pretty good, yeah. So I really only use, I use the Babyface Pro with the main interface, plug in the Manley power, the Manley mic, and then from there plug it into the main interface. I use that one for all of my mics that I use. I have 3 mics right now, actually, because we have my ASMR mic. The ASMR mic is the 3DO SS Pro, I believe, is the name of it. And we finally got it working. Not sponsored, 3 mics. Well, they all do different things. My interface is the cheapest of the RME interfaces. Is that so? Mr. Keynes recommended it to me. He said it was quite powerful. But, RME is so... Yeah, it is expensive. Don't get me wrong. All of their interfaces are expensive. It's just, I guess mine is the cheapest, huh? Maybe that's what I'd upgrade then. I want something with more inputs and outputs. I want to not have to unplug my Shure when I want to do an ASMR stream. You know me? Or when I'm deciding not to record music. Because the Manley is on a mic stand with one of those Halo Shield